All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gadcast. As always, I'm your host, Mason, aka God, and today I actually got a little bit of a personal episode. It's going to be kind of lengthy, so, bear with me on this one, guys. But really quick before, as always, if you guys haven't checked out the last episode, please check it. I'm actually going to put a link in the description below to the playlist of the Gadcast. I finally got all the episodes put back up on the playlist, and I've been keeping consistent. So thank you guys so much for the support on these episodes. It means the world, and it means the world that you guys still care to watch. So anyways, I was talking about this episode is going to be a little bit personal. Before we get into it, as you guys can see right here, we actually have the thumbnail for the background now. And I'm going to be getting a green screen hopefully sometime soon. So I'll have a green screen here, and it'll just be me over the logo. So that way it's not just a black screen in the background, and there's some color to it. It's not just bland and stuff like that. So there you go. But anyways, this episode is a little bit personal because I wanted to tell you guys my story. And if you're wondering why I always look here, by the way, it's because there's my screen here and there's the camera, but looking at a camera for me is like really awkward. Also, my right eye or left eye is really closed for some reason. I don't know, I have a lazy eye. Anyways, gee, I'm getting way off topic. This episode's gonna get a little bit personal only because I want to tell you guys my story of how I got here today. And by here I mean making this podcast, doing YouTube, and some of the friends I met that are bigger YouTube people, and why I got into YouTube, etc. And the only reason I'm deciding to tell this is because, I feel like some people in this channel don't really know me compared to the people that knew me on my last channel, which I will be talking about in this video. And, it's just like also it's kind of an appreciation video for the people in my life who helped me with YouTube and supported me and all that stuff. So, yeah, anyways, we're going to get started. I'd say it was about practically 10 years ago, 9 to 10 years ago. I'm 19 years old currently. And I discovered YouTube, I'd say, when I was like 8. And YouTube had just kind of started. This was the phase of like 2008, 2009 YouTube. And, I discovered YouTube and found probably the two bigger channels at the time, Smosh and Nigahiga. At the time, Smosh was doing their like food battle skits and a bunch of other types of skits. And Nigahiga were doing their how-to-be skits and stuff. And they were the first videos I got hooked on with with their stuff, and it was great content. I had so much fun, but this was before I really had an appreciation for skits or film in general or recording just real life stuff. Like it was fun to watch, it was entertaining, but it wasn't really something I thought I could see myself doing, unlike today. What really got me into wanting to do YouTube though was from a YouTuber who did a lot of walkthroughs and playthroughs of games. More particularly Spider-Man games. Ironically, I'm wearing a Venom shirt right now. You guys should know, those of you that do know me, I'm a huge Spider-Man dork. So, like, anything Spider-Man related, for the most part, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. So, I discovered this YouTuber by the name of Liquid Solidus 9000. This guy was the first ever gaming YouTuber I'd ever watched. He did playthroughs of video games, again, a lot of Spider-Man games. He was a Spider-Man fan, too. So, of course, I clicked on his stuff and watched it, and I thought he was fun and entertaining to watch. He was really cool. And it's funny, I actually added his account on Steam, and I still have him to this day. And we talked a little bit, but it was like when I was really young, so I was just kind of nerding out, being like, "Yo, dude, big fan, da da da." But it was kind of funny because at the time, well, he inspired me, but I was kind of the stereotypical lame kind of YouTuber who had no idea what screen recorders were or game recorders like OBS here. I don't even know if OBS existed at the time. But who knows? But I was so ignorant to it that I literally went out and had bought so embarrassing. I had bought a webcam, which I believe I still have to this day, in a box over there underneath that little table. And it was a webcam, and I would put it on a stack of books, and I recorded in my computer screen that way. And I'm never forgetting the first ever videos I uploaded was of a playthrough, I never finished it, of a game called Magicka. And yes, I said it correctly. It's spelled Magicka. And that reminds me, again, I want to talk about, I'm not going to talk like it's a big rant. What inspired me to do this video is I was on Steam, and Steam is doing like a thing where you play certain games they recommend that you own. And when I went to the very bottom of the list, it said games you first put on your Steam list, and Magicka was there, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. And this kind of where I discovered Steam as well, like Steam and PC gaming. This was the first ever PC gaming I think I'd ever really gotten into, and it was really, really crazy. And the game was a lot of fun, by the way. I still look back on it, and it was a ton of fun to play, especially with friends. But yeah, it was the first ever game I had played. It was crappy quality because it was a webcam recording a screen at like a weird angle because I couldn't line it up perfectly to match. It just was, it was shit. I'll just tell you, it was shit. But it did okay considering it was fine. I gained a little bit of subs, but I was just a little kid. I was like 9, 10 years old at the time, and I was just doing it for shits and gigs because I thought it'd be fun. I wasn't expecting to get anything out of it. I was just like, yeah, I can upload videos and post to the internet. Me playing video games, that's cool. So I did that. And then as time had passed, I started getting into Minecraft. I found out about screen recorders, game recorders, etc. And I started, messing around with a couple of them. And that is where I discovered one called Bandicam, which is the one I used the most next to OBS. And a lot of you may remember Bandicam. It was a very old, kind of OG, I'd say, screen recorder or game recorder for the computer. It was really funny because it was one of those ones you had to buy, and I hated those, by the way. But this one I used because you could record 10-minute videos, and it would stop recording, but you could at least get 10 minutes in a video, and the watermark wasn't even really that big. It would be like right here on the screen, and it would be like gray lettering that's kind of faded saying bandicam.com, and it wasn't the most like out there in your face kind of watermark like most of these other watermarks by these other stupid ass like recording companies or whatever that make these things. Like Fraps, I remember. Like Fraps, I don't even think did 10-minute videos. I don't remember how long Fraps recorded for, but like if you didn't buy Fraps, you were gonna hate Fraps. Like if anyone remembers if anyone remembers any of these screen recorders, please let me know in the comments below because these are classic throwbacks for me. But anyways, I started using Bandicam and kind of messing around with it, and was making Minecraft videos for fun. And I was just posting for shits and gigs. It was whatever. And I gained around like 50 subs. And a friend of mine who was like the first online friend I had, his name's Dean. Shout out to you, homie. We still actually talk to this day. We've known each other for like over 8 years, maybe 9 years. I don't know. We've known each other since like before we hit puberty, which is really funny. And we still talk to this day. We played like Modern Warfare like a week ago, not even. And it was a lot of fun. So shout outs to you, homie, if you're watching this video, man. You're like an OG ass friend, and I appreciate you. And it's still crazy we talk to this day. So I mean, it's awesome. But I met a lot of online friends through Minecraft. I'm sure a lot of people that play Minecraft know what I mean by this. Like, you just meet people on a server, they seem cool, you play with them, they're nice in the chat, and you're like, hey, you got Skype. This was before Discord, I think, was even a thing. So Skype was kind of like the OG thing to go on. So I had kind of discovered a lot of friends online through Minecraft, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I would just record for fun. I would play for fun, hang out with my friends, and stuff like that. And then I noticed, I don't remember if it was Dean or if it was my friend Chrono. Shout out to you, homie. I talked to him recently. I haven't messaged him back in a while. Sorry, bro. Had a lot going on. I'm a bad friend. Anyways, trying to think. Anyways, one of them had gotten a partnership with a group called Voltra. I don't even know if they still exist, but they were like a gaming partnership group, and my friend only had like 100 subs at the time, I think, or like 1,000. I don't remember. It was like 1 and had zeros. That's all I know. It wasn't 10, and I only had 50 subs at the time, but I thought it was cool because he was getting money. I'd heard he had a contract and there was partnerships and money and stuff, so I was just like, yeah, that sounds dope. So I applied with 50 subs and somehow got involved, and it worked. And so they they brought me in. I didn't really meet anyone in the community because I don't know if they were new or anything. I was really young, got on board with this, was starting to make a little bit of cash, not really cash, but just money. And it was just like, at that point, I was just like, cool, yeah, you can do this, that's great. And I didn't really think anything of it. It still wasn't a big deal to me to do like YouTube. It was just for fun. And then I'd watched these lovely films, or a lovely film by the name Maze Runner. And I then, during the time watching this movie, had discovered Minecraft roleplays. And these were huge at the time. This was like early 2010, like early 2010s. It was like it was around when I was like 13 years old, 12 years old, discovering to do these. And so me and a bunch of friends of mine had decided to do a Maze Runner roleplay. And it was completely ad-libbed. It was shit. It was terrible looking back on it. But it was fun. Season 1 was, at least. I'll get into more of that. So we filmed Season 1. didn't film the whole thing. We would film episodes and post them. And again, they were completely ad-libbed. We had a downloaded map that was pretty fun to play on. It was pretty easy to navigate where everything was, so we could like move plot along at certain points, and it was fun. It was cool. And then we brought more people on to join us, some friends of ours, and it became this big thing. And I'm never forgetting the first ever episode of the Maze Runner roleplay, and I shit you guys not, had over 22,000 views and over 200 likes, and I hadn't even gotten like 150 subs yet. This was nuts. And so adding on to that, because of this first season of Maze Runner, my channel had gotten from 100 subscribers to 1,000 in a month. That still blows my mind. Still blows my mind to this day. Because it was completely half-assed, it was ad-libbed, it was thrown together, there was no edits, there was none of that. And it was just us messing around, recording a series, acting, and ad-libbing. And it was actually really fun. I still to this day don't regret doing it because it taught me a lot, because I got a lot of subs from it, and I learned a lot from that growth and that clout a little bit. And so we wanted to do a season 2 after we finished the first season. But I didn't care to watch the second movie, and I hadn't read the books at the time. The books are great, by the way. I hadn't watched the second movie because it didn't really interest me. So we kind of just got the map from the second film and kind of half-assedly put together, even more half-assedly than the first season, put together a season 2. We ended it really quickly because the map had references to the movies that we didn't get, or signs mentioning characters from the movies that we didn't destroy prior to, it just didn't work. So we really, really quickly just ended season 2, and we hated it. We really hated it, and especially me, because as the director and main character of the story, it was really hard getting people to focus when there's no script, there's no story plots that are going to be specifically detailed. Like, it was, again, all ad-libs. So when you're trying to get people to listen to you and do simple things, when you're like, hey, just do this, this, and this, and we'll figure it out from there, they start going off and doing whatever. And I get it. We were really young. We were kind of antsy playing video games together. We weren't really thinking like, oh, this is a big series thing. We were just like, it's having fun. And I would get mad and I would kind of yell at them a little bit. I was pretty annoying, but at the same time, I wouldn't say it wasn't justified yelling at times, because it was really annoying sometimes. But I loved these guys to death, and it was just whatever. It was just it was dumb, but it was all worth it though. And I don't know if any of them would change it either. I definitely wouldn't. Because it also got me closer to these people and talking to them until after we stopped doing it. We all kind of went our own separate ways. But really quickly, though, before I continue on past this point, I want to shout out each one of the cast members of these people who helped me out, because I'm sure I remember all of them. Start off, we got my boy Logan, got my boy Joe, got my boy Kronos, Meg, Gamma, Radio. I think that's about it. I think that entire series was nuts. It was so fun. It was amazing. It was incredible. It was genuinely incredible to do in a lot. Oh, and Pixie. Shout out to Pixie. I haven't talked to her in a while too. Like, yo, Tiff, if you see this somehow, hit me up. You know all my socials. But yeah, also Meg. Yeah, like honestly, if any of these guys from the cast, if they see this video or they find my channel again, yo, I'd love to catch up. I miss the hell out of these dudes, like a lot. And it's funny, I still talk to Kronos now. I started talking to him again recently. I still talk to Logan here and there. He'll hit me up. Same with Joe. They're doing great. But the rest of the cast, I'd love to talk to them again somehow if I could. It'd be freaking awesome. And because they were awesome to play Minecraft with and other games. But yeah, anyways, moving along. So, past the phase of Season 2 of Maze Runner, we all kind of went our separate ways and weren't really happy with the series and just didn't want to do it again because it was just a lot of stress and just it was whatever. We didn't want to do it anymore. We weren't happy doing it, so I was okay with stopping. But then the idea of a Season 3 came around because, Season 2 still did okay. So we were like, well, why not do a final Season 3? Because we actually had good ideas for Season 3, but getting people together was the hard part, and it didn't work out. So we didn't record it, we didn't post it, it just kind of went off, and all of us had completely separated by that point. And it was just like, it was crazy. It was 100% crazy. And, but it was fine. Well, I say it was crazy like it was like a whole screaming at each other debate. No, it was just a whole crazy thing that we all had started this and then separated. That's what I mean. That whole situation was just crazy. So it kind of sucked that we all went our own separate ways and started doing stuff, but it was whatever. I got it. It was stressful for certain people, especially me. It was actually really stressful for me because my anxiety was building up. I'd get angry and stuff like that, and again, like I just take it too seriously sometimes, and I get like that. I put a lot of effort into certain things, and I'd put a lot of effort into YouTube, but after this, I really didn't have a lot of motivation. I didn't have a lot of people backing me up because I'm a very extroverted person. I rely a lot on people to give me the energy and motivation I need to do stuff. Now, I know that kind of sounds selfish, and I get that. So I've learned to get better with that, and that's why I'm still doing this podcast, because I've learned, still push forward to do it, even if it doesn't do as well. But when you're really young, you don't have a lot of motivation, your personal life's kind of like not really the best, and other stuff's going on, you lose focus, you lose dedication and motivation. So I kind of fell off of YouTube. I would post here and there, and people didn't care about the stuff that I was posting that I wanted to post, like, other games that weren't Minecraft. I was really sick and tired of Minecraft by this point. Like, I hated the game. It was just not fun. So I kind of was just posting for shits and gigs, and during these times, actually, I was a big fan of mods. I was a huge fan of mods, and I'm sure some of you may know where this is getting into. And more particularly, I'm a huge superhero fan. So my favorite mod to play on Minecraft was called Superheroes Unlimited. And I was a huge fan of the creator and his brother and all their friends who did the series, Superheroes Unlimited, the series. Shoutouts to Corey and Cody, a.k.a. Tayo and General Gigan. The story of how I met these guys is insane. Like, I'll tell this story because I'm sure Corey doesn't care. And again, this wouldn't work if you ever tried to do this now. It definitely wouldn't work. I'm surprised it worked for me. So one day I was watching General Gigan, Cody's brother. Again, Cody / Tayo is the creator of the mod, and Corey is his younger brother. They work on it together now, and they have a whole bunch of people that help, and it's freaking awesome. Shout outs to them. I'll leave a link to their stuff in the description below, so you guys go check out their channels. And then, let's see. So this was like 2017, 2016. Corey had uploaded, General Gigan had uploaded a mod showcase video of an update coming out for the mod. And I had thought of a ton of really cool ideas for the mod. So I put in the comment section below, like, hey, yo, dude, I have some dope ideas for the mod. If there's any way I could send them to you or get in contact to send them, I'd love to. He was like, yeah, I don't remember how he said it. I don't remember if he told me to add him on Twitter and then DM him so he could give me a Skype, or if he straight up just gave me a Skype. But he either way, I got his Skype and we called. That alone was nuts to me because I was a huge fan of the both of them. And I was nerding out the moment I met him. I was like, dude, huge fan, da-da-da-da. He was really cool about it, too, by the way. He wasn't like, all right, bro, chill. I told him about the ideas in the mod. We just started talking about superheroes and other cool stuff in video games. And, again, this is probably the coolest thing Corey could have ever done. He could have just said, all right, it was cool meeting you, man. Thanks so much. I got to unadd you now, though, because I don't really like talking to new people about, their subbed and stuff like that. I only have my group of friends. No, he didn't do that. He was like, all right, how about this? You get a few friends of yours. I'll open up my personal server, and you guys can come on. We'll mess around with the mod, and you can make a video out of it. And then after that, if you want to make another video, we can just mess around on multiplayer servers. I was like, hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. So shout out to Corey, dude. That was the coolest thing you could have ever done. And I'm still to this day grateful you did that. And we did that. We recorded the video with me and like a couple friends of ours, and recorded some multiplayer videos. And I thought that would be the end of it. I honestly thought that would be the end of it, but it wasn't. I don't remember if afterwards we would just message, or if we called and talked and played Minecraft, or if we played other games like Battlefront. The first Battlefront that was on PS4, the reboot of Star Wars Battlefront. I'm pretty sure we did. I might be wrong. But yeah, it was insane playing just with him. And then one day, again, I don't know how this happened, he hits me up and he goes, hey, bro, have you seen our Superheroes Conquest series? And I was like, yeah, I watched season 1. He was like, well, we're doing a season 2, and auditions or applications aren't out yet, but I figured I'd give this to you early if you want to join. By all means, yeah, just apply for a character. And I was like, and he gave me the audition or application early because I was his friend and he wanted to get more people. And I was like, that's awesome, bro. I'd love to join. So I applied at first, and I was saying, is Spider-Man available? He was like, nah, bro, one of our friends has it. And I was like, oh, crap. So I wanted a character who could like fly around and move around quickly in the skies. And I knew Cody was going to be Iron Man. And I was like, okay, is War Machine taken? He was like, no. So I went for War Machine. And I got an email from Cody, surprisingly, saying, hey, so I see you applied to be War Machine. Do you want to be on my team? And I was like, yes. Like, that's awesome, bro. So I joined their Discord. and stuff like that. I joined their team on the Discord, but we hadn't really VC'd. We hadn't talked voice chat, for those of you that don't know. And I hadn't officially met Cody yet. And one day I see Corey and Cody are in a chat talking on voice chat, and I hit up Corey and I'm like, hey, can I join? He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh shit. And again, I'm still a huge fan of the whole thing, and I'd still kind of around just met Corey. So the fact that he was willing to include me in all this was freaking dope. So I joined the VC, and Cody was instantly accepting and nice to me. Like, again, shout out to you, bro. Like, instantly I felt like I belonged. The moment I started talking to them and stuff like that, it was freaking dope. So we were actually practicing with the mod training, as you'd say, for the series in case we got into PvP and all this stuff. I met my team and all that. There was some drama that went on my team and some of the other teams, and it just didn't go well for the overall season, but still had fun nonetheless. And I remember this very distinctly. Cody, if you're watching this, you might remember this. One night, it was me and Cody talking on VC, and it was really funny. We were just talking about stuff, and 3 times we were both like, all right, well, hey, it's been good talking, man. Gotta go. And then we'd say one thing and then get into another conversation. We did that like 3 times, and we were talking for like hours. It was awesome. It was super cool and super chill. We were talking about like directing stuff and series and how frustrating it can be and stuff like that. So we kind of went on for that, and it was really cool. So again, Cody and Corey, shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome, man. It's still insane to this day that I met these guys, and they later, after Conquest, invited me to join them for like their server series, for the Walking Dead or / Crafting Dead roleplay series. By the way, I am in that season 2, I believe. I think it was. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure I was in season 2. If you guys haven't seen it and you want to watch it, definitely go check it out. It was really fun. But yeah, it was so much fun to work with those guys, and still to this day we'll talk. It's been a little bit, but I've hit up Corey recently a little bit and talked to him, and they're doing stuff with the mod, they're doing stuff with their channels, I believe. Corey started up his Flash series again, which shout outs again, Corey, dude, killing it with the series, killing it with the mod, you guys, it's awesome. Again, I will leave a link in the description below to Cody and Corey's channels, and you guys can check out the stuff that they're posting and whatnot. But anyways, let's move along. So at this point, I was back to just uploading for shits and gigs. I really, again, at this point, I completely lost motivation, so I was just streaming and recording for the hell of it. I didn't care anymore. It was just bad. My mental state also wasn't really in the best situation either, so that wasn't helping. And one day, a close friend of mine, and I had given this friend my password to my YouTube because I went on vacation once or twice, and he uploaded for me while I was gone, so my channel wasn't inactive. And we got into a fight, and then the next day, my channel was deleted. So I had automatically assumed it was him, but I was wrong. This day, I still think that was wrong to automatically accuse him, but I was just mad and whatever, and we talked it out. We're good. So if y'all think I'm an asshole or he's an asshole, it wasn't that whole situation. We're good. It wasn't him. I had also had a lot of viruses on my computer. Like, I downloaded a lot of cracked, like, recording softwares, editing softwares. It was just bad. It was really, really bad. So I'm not going to get into all that. It was dumb. So my computer was kind of trash at that point too. So moving along, after that channel had gotten deleted, not even really a week later, I made this channel. And on this channel, I wanted to start fresh. I wanted to upload any video games, not just Minecraft, because I was so annoyed and obsessed with annoyed and pissed with the fact that like the stuff I wanted to upload was not getting any views, because I really wanted people to like the stuff that I like doing, not just the stuff that was getting views. And it's like, if you're not having fun or being happy doing it, I don't see a point in doing it. I wasn't happy. So I was kind of glad that channel had been deleted. It was kind of a blessing. So I could start fresh and gain a new name for myself. And the name of that channel, by the way, actually, I completely forgot to mention this, was Night Stalker. And the reason for that, by the way, again, I was really young, so I didn't think it was that big a deal. It was because I was really into Assassin's Creed when I had made the channel. And my Minecraft skin was like literally called an Iron Man assassin. It looked nothing like Iron Man, but it was a really cool like red and black and gold assassin skin. And I wore it for like months to like a year. And I kept that name for a while. It had a really cool banner and logo that my friend made. It was awesome. And so after my channel got deleted, I wanted to make a new one, but I wanted to use the name Osagod, because even though my YouTube channel name was Night Stalker, literally all of my aliases on social media, like video games, it was all Osagod. So I was like, I gotta use this name. Like, it's unique to me. It's never gonna be used ever. And so, like, I'm guaranteed to have this name be out there and be unique. So I did. And I remember the first videos I'd uploaded were like Call of Duty Online, which is like a Chinese Call of Duty that's like really fun, by the way. And the reason I say Chinese is because it's only available in China, and there's very specific ways you have to download it. Not going to get into that. It's a whole thing. It's a really fun game, though, still. It's really, really fun. So anyways, moving along, by this point, I was back to uploading a little bit. Any game, Minecraft, Call of Duty, walkthroughs, Cuphead. I did some Cuphead videos. I never finished them. Sorry about that. But I did finish Cuphead recently by myself, though. And I actually finished it. Holy crap, I finished Cuphead. I was so proud of that. You have no idea. Like, I'm still blown away by that I did it and didn't lose my mind. But yeah, anyway, so I started uploading on this channel, as you guys know that have stuck around from the beginning. And I hit 100 subs pretty quickly. But I didn't capitalize on it. I didn't try and upload often and stuff like that. I just, again, I didn't have the motivation. And it really sucked. Like, I really, really wish I had more motivation to do it, but I really didn't. And the way I started this podcast was I'd already had this channel up to 100 subs, and I was hanging with my friends. And my group of friends, well, okay, it was me, my boys, Kelsey and Lydell, shout out to them. And our friend Kendall. And our friend Kendall had started a podcast with his friends here at the school we were going to in high school. And it was really cool. It was a cool idea, and I knew podcasts were a thing. But I didn't know how to start one. I didn't know how they worked. I didn't realize you could also just do this. So I was just like, I mean, I guess this would be fun. But I don't really know. So it kind of inspired us to make our own podcast that we did. It was before I did this one. I was on a podcast with my boys Kelsey and Lydell. It was called the MKL Podcast. And they still record it to this day here and there. And the reason I kind of veered from it, number one, they were kind of recording randomly, and I either was like asleep or like they just didn't invite me or forgot to invite me, or like Lydell would just record episodes on his own, which I get. I mean, it's fun and you just want to talk. But he ended up making his own podcast, and we'll all every now and then hop on the MKL one. We actually just recorded an episode recently. I don't know if they posted it yet, but it's of all three of us again, and it was actually really, really fun. But anyways, moving on to how I got here. With this podcast, what I wanted to do was I was recording with them, and I was like, man, I mean, this is fun and all, but I want to talk about the stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about video games, movies, comics, or just superhero stuff, nerdy shit, music, or just my life. Just kind of my opinions on things, like stuff I love, stuff I don't like. It's just like, I wanted to talk about me. I wanted to be more myself and, not just be this goofy guy with my friends. Obviously I'll have people on here every now and then. I have had an episode where I guess, which again, that was a lot of fun. And it's just like, getting here, and doing this now has been probably one of the coolest things I've done. Like, this podcast has been so much fun, and that's mostly because of you guys too, participating and leaving comments and liking and subscribing and leaving comments again. It's crazy. And I can't, just clicking on the videos as well. Thank you guys so much. It's insane. And I'm so grateful to this day that I'm still able to do this as late as I was posting, that it still is getting some kind of views, whether it's a little bit or not. Like, it's still getting something for my, like, compared to my sub count, and it's pretty nuts. And just thank you guys so much for the support and just all the love. It means the world to me to see that you guys actually kind of give a shit about me. And it's really, really cool. And again, to get comments as well, getting replies, it's nuts. Just thank you guys so much. And also, again, just to all the people I met through YouTube who are like helping me to this day or have helped me up to this point. Again, like Cody, Corey, Bats, just everybody. There's way too many people to list. But I pretty much shout out everybody by this point. For the most part, if I haven't, I'm so sorry. It's just that I've met so many people, like, for YouTube situations. I have a lot of personal friends that I talk to on Discord, like, that are just friends I talk to and don't really record with. And you guys know who you are. And it's just like, I'm so grateful for the people that have supported me through all the crap I've been through in life and just through my struggles in YouTube. It's just been nuts. But I've also seen so much change in this whole YouTube system, and it's gotten, it still has its moments where it's like, is it even worth it? And I still think it is, only because I still get to put my voice out there, my opinions and stuff about stuff that I care about. It's still cool that I get to do that. And it's still cool that you guys give a shit. So just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Y'all mean the world to me, and it's nuts. So we're at a 30-minute mark. I honestly thought this was gonna be longer, so I'm kind of glad it wasn't. If I missed any details, then I'll probably just talk about it on a stream. If you guys do want to know, I'm trying to get back into streaming, maybe like once a week, like every Saturday or Sunday or Friday. I might stream tomorrow actually, or in this case today, the 22nd. Actually no, I'm gonna stream on Tuesday, the 26th, because that's when Minecraft Dungeons drops, and I will be playing it most likely on release. So I'm hyped for that game. I hope you guys are excited to watch it. If you do, please come click down in the description below to my Twitch, twitch.tv/OASUIGAD. I'm trying to get more consistent with streaming, especially since I now have a little bit more time because of what's going on in the world. I hope everyone's staying safe, by the way. Hope everyone's doing okay. I know I say that. It's just like I got to put it out there. You know, I'm not going to get specific because YouTube. But thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys mean the world to me. I hope you guys learned a lot about me in this. I hope you guys, enjoyed listening to my story. And if you want to know more details, just let me know and I'll talk about it on a stream. Or if you just want to get to know me more, stick to watching this podcast or come to my Twitch. My Twitch is really where I also just kind of play video games, and I'm more myself there. So if you guys enjoyed this, thank you. Just, click the link in the description below to twitch.tv/osagod. Follow my Twitter. That's really about it. And follow everybody who I can link in the description below, Cody, Corey, and that's really about it, because I don't know if anyone else still uploads or anything. But yeah, just again, shout out to everybody and all you beautiful people watching this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want. That'd be great. I'm trying to upload at least weekly with this, and maybe more other kinds of videos if I get the chance to. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a nice day. Goodbye.